She was my guardian till I left Germany. Do you know that every door I would knock on going forward, that woman was the one in front of me. You know, who is holding your hand? Who is holding your hand? Sometimes it matters. There are some doors you're not the first person that they need to see when you first knock on those doors. And so sometimes God can send you someone, and that person will just choose to stand in front of you, not to take your place, but just to ensure that when the person behind the door opens the door, there's their own face they see first before they see your face. There were many doors like that. I didn't even know those doors were going to be coming in my path. But because this woman was the one in front of me, if he was her husband or whatever that man was to her, I would not. There are many things that happened in my life later in life in Germany. He would have even bothered knocking because his answer would have always been no. But this woman, there was no idea I came. I want to try this school. She would say, let's apply. I want to do this. Let's apply. Let's apply. One of such was this same asylum case that I had in Germany. There was a judge that was presiding over the case. This judge had a very unique interest in my case. And I'm talking about a positive interest. I didn't know about this until a close friend of mine who was also in the asylum process, listen to this story, who was also in the asylum process, she sat before the same judge for her own process. And in sitting before this judge, I don't know if she's even watching now, the judge told her that if this, my friend, can tell him what he needs to know about me, he will give her her residence permit right there. All she needed to do was to trade information over my life. In my mind, I'm doing life thinking that the judge that I have, I'm waiting for him to, send me good news that my asylum case I've received mercy, right? And I've, gotten my permit in Germany. Not knowing that they were looking for evidence to finally say, you need to go home. My friend sits in front of this man. She was shocked. Like she came out of that interview and she picked up the phone and she says, I can't tell you on the phone. Wherever you are, we need to meet today. I did not believe my ears that the judge was telling her, you just tell us about your friend and then we will give it to you. Hey, they've put me in the hand of a dogged judge like that. You know how God showed me mercy? That judge, the year he was going to retire, that year. He's rounding up all his cases so that he can pass on any pending case to the next judge. Mine would be one of those pending cases. He goes to whether it's a club or a bar, and while he's there, my lawyer, who is an overwhelmed lawyer, this lawyer ain't got time to fight for you. He has many cases on his file. This lawyer too is there to go and take a drink. They did not plan that date. It was a coincidence. They were both coincidentally in the same room on that day, taking a drink. The judge tells my lawyer, did you hear I'm retiring? My lawyer says, wow, that's interesting. You're finally free from the workload, yada, 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 yada. They drink to the point where the judge tells my lawyer, and he says, in fact, I can do you one good. Name one of your cases that you have on my desk, and I will pardon the case. I'm going to repeat again. This, my lawyer, he has many immigrants want to go to him because of the goodness of his heart. Amongst all the cases this man is handling, it is my own case that he highlights. One of the reasons he did so was because this, my guardian, and him were close. And so this, my guardian, behind my back, was constantly updating my lawyer about my life. Oh, by the way, did you hear Hannah has gotten admission into the school? Oh, by the way, Hannah won this award. Oh, by the way, Hannah did this. And she was constantly. So, although he has over 100 cases on his desk, there is this young girl that he keeps hearing about constantly. And seated right there in this bar where they are both drinking whatever it is that they were drinking that God allowed them to drink that day. This judge just asked him simple question: name one of your cases. That is my gift to you as I resign, as I retire. And he says, there's a young girl. She lives in so and so place. She has really been good. If you can pardon her case. This judge looks at him and he says, because I've given you my word, by the next day, my case was finalized. I never sat, this judge, I can't describe him to you now. I can't tell you he's tall. I never needed to sit in front of him face to face. It was decided at the bar or club, wherever it is that they met coincidentally. And the reason why he remembered to mention my name there, because he could have said, I'll have to go to the office and go and check. He said, no, there's a young girl. And that's because my guardian that God changed many years back for me, my guardian had been updating him. I didn't even know that she used to send him pictures. Like if I graduate, she'll send him a picture. She has graduated. I asked her, so why were you doing it? I just wanted him to know that you are a good girl. I mean, I didn't think if he was me, I would have never sent him a picture because I would think he would just throw it in the trash. What am I doing with your picture? But she was doing it. So he had emails full of updates. He knew what school I was going to. He knew. He knew. He knew. Just so he said, I have it. There's a girl. And my judge says, because I've given you my word. By the next day, I was receiving a call. And they said my permit was there. I said, no, I need to see the judge as an appointment. I said the man has sealed, he has cancelled, your debt has been cancelled. I went from an asylum seeker to a resident permit, a resident of Germany within 24 hours. And I never sat before a judge. It's not a likely testimony. The parts of people don't go like that. You have to go through all those processes, but God eliminated it. Why? Because he put the right person at the right place. He was first my guardian. Then he connected my guardian to my lawyer. And he made them to like each other. And then he made my lawyer to be in that bar. It might look like it's an ungodly place to be. But guess what? Hannah's case is on the line. And I must show her mercy. And then he connects them and they're at that bar. And he makes them to talk and talk and talk and talk. And their talk gets to me. And amongst all the hundreds of cases, he chooses to use me as his gift to my lawyer. Abba Father. Every obstacle. Because like I said, if it was her partner that was in that place, her partner would not have even been friends with the lawyer. He's not that kind of a man. I would have lost that opportunity. But God can connect the right people for you by removing the wrong people from the places where they are. So I want you to cry out and you say, Abba Father.